Hey y'all, welcome back to the Lady Layer. It's our Friday showing. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. This episode, we're going to be discussing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, all the Real Housewives that came on at Salt Lake, New York, and Beverly Hills. So go on and get your drink and get into it. All right, so first we're going to start off with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Listen, we're not gonna talk about Miami because I can't get into Flo and her scripted drama. So we just gonna move on.
I'm over it. Next over it. The whole storyline. I am over her and her sister. I'm over it.
Yes, and I tried, y'all. I did try to dig up the T.O. Moses, but I don't know where he went to jail. I need to find out the state that he went to jail. I didn't look up Alabama. I looked up Missouri. Tell me where he was a criminal so I can look up the inmate. Look out, because I did look it up. I couldn't find nothing. Moses Monroe does not exist in the prison system. So maybe because I was in a few minutes. Maybe he already got out. I don't know. But
he might have got out by now. It depends on what the probation was for.
Yeah, so he probably got out. That's why I couldn't find him, because I definitely looked up Alabama and Missouri, because I think he's from Missouri and they live in Alabama. So that's why I looked up those two states. But yeah,
okay. So, he's from Detroit.
No, Destiny is from Detroit. I think he's from St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into this Love and Hip Hop Atlanta tea. So some of the standout stuff that we saw. Okay, so at this dinner, Scrappy decided he was going to refer to Bambi as his baby mama, and Bambi was not having it. And I agree, because if you make me your wife, the word baby mama is no longer in your vocabulary when it comes towards me, because I am a wife. Okay.
He was like, who you talking about, Erica? She said that real quick. Who you talking about, Erica? Got to be talking about Erica.
You married me. Okay, baby, right. I ain't never your baby mama.
I definitely agree. I completely 100% agree. I think Scrappy just ghetto, and like anybody who had his kids is the baby mama. Like he's like, well, you got my kids. Even how he said it, you got my kids.
Right. No, that's how he justified it.
We got married and we had 3 children within our marriage. I am your ex-wife and the mother of your children. I am not. Don't subject me to just a baby mama. No. And then here come Erica Dixon. She could wait to make something about her. Like,
right. I got this degree. I got businesses, blah, blah, blah. It's like, baby, you in the wrong mind space too. It's not about what you got. It's about who
you are to him. Yes.
Right.
And you could correct him on that too. You could tell him to call you the mother of his children if that's what you prefer. Right. Bambi had the right to speak up for herself and say that is not how she wants him to refer to her, and that do not subject her to just that title, especially not in her presence. Like, I would have said the same thing.
Right. Correction. Right. I earned more than just a baby mama title. Get your stuff together, okay?
Absolutely. And people in the comments were like, well, Erica got a ring first. They didn't get married.
Did he marry her?
He did not marry her.
Right. And if she chooses to be called ex-fiance, that's her business. But for me, you will not call me your baby mama. I'm your ex-wife. I don't care what you call her.
People will treat you how you allow them to treat you. If you set a standard for people to abide by in your presence, kudos to you. I was like, right. You better let them know.
Right. Immediately. Right. And then, okay, so can we talk about Amy Luciani? Like, it's given very, very thirsty, very desperate for anything. Like, girl, if that man don't want to claim you or pretend like y'all was dating, like, let that go. Like, stop talking about it. You make yourself look stupid, because why are you begging for him to acknowledge y'all relationship, which wasn't even a relationship? Even when she went over to text, I think they went out one time and he said friendship date. Like,
you said it on TV. Like, when they decided to go out, he was like, a friendship date. Yes. I would love to go on a friendship date. And then the text messages or the messages that she read was like nothing crazy about him like being all over her, or like, I don't know what point she was trying to prove with the messages. It didn't land.
It's giving know your self-worth, because baby, it's giving a lack of it. Okay. Like, together. Okay.
I definitely had secondhand embarrassment. Yes.
For real.
Hey, you guys, so we are live while we're recording this. Hey, Brand. We decided to go live today because we didn't get a chance to record yesterday, and we was committed to giving y'all an episode today. So here we are live. You never know. We might pop up. Surprise,
surprise. Surprise.
Yeah, Amy, I feel like Amy is, like you said, she's just thirsty. She's just trying to get whatever camera time she can. Like even the whole scene at the dinner is just like, girl, why are you storming off? And like, it's just too much.
And even what's her name? Spice was like, girl, it's giving you lied this whole time. Like, what the heck? Like, nothing you saying is adding up. Like, please.
Yeah.
Like,
and I love how they put all those clips together.
Right. And then listen, Spice, I mean, Amy blew me anyways. I'll never trust anything Amy say anyways, because she was coming for Bambi about a nigga that she was with 12 years ago. Like, I promise
and that was never her man.
Right.
They were never together. They were F buddies.
Right. Like, I promise, if it was 12 years ago, I don't care if he was in a relationship or not. I don't care no more. Like, we are done. There is no coming back from 12 years. Like, be
right.
for real.
I do think that Bambi could have said, if they was friends for real, she could have said like, oh, I just found out the dude I'm talking to is somebody you used to mess with, or he said y'all used to mess with each other back in the day, but like, I know it's a long time ago or whatever. I feel like in general conversation, I might have brought it up. Like, say if it was me and you, I'd have been like, girl, why the man I dated saying he dated you back in the day? Is that true? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But the way she did it, it was like the way she did it, it was like that was her nigga. Like,
yes, like they was in a full-blown relationship. Like, if anything, I'd have been like, girl, why you didn't tell me you was dating such and such?
Right.
You know, like
talking about Bambi could taste her and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that was too much.
Like, babe, from 12 years ago, be for real.
And that man probably didn't make it past a month or so. Like, she with a whole new man now, and you still mad at her. Like,
and then it's weird to me too that now she's with Dwight Howard and Scrap is there being her cheerleader. Like, that's definitely giving y'all was never nothing. Like,
yeah. y'all was homies. Like, he kept trying to tell you, like, we could be going on a friendship. If a man tell you if a man was telling me we going on a friendship date, that's exactly what it'd be, because you ain't gonna never call me my friend and then come back and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't play me like that.
Listen to what these men are telling you. They telling you exactly what you are in their life. And he said you are a friend, and that's what you are. Like, let it go. Believe them, okay? They gonna tell you the truth. You just gotta listen and believe, okay?
Right. Brand said, do y'all know Amy and Dwight Howard is in a couple? Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
They engaged.
Yep, and they've been frolicking on the gram. So we'll see. I don't know. Carly is trifling. That's all I gotta say. Carly,
it's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
She decided to reveal Scrappy got a baby on the way. Like, listen, no, and I do agree with Bambi. Like, listen, if you know this information, you need to tell me first, because you are especially if you want to have a relationship with me again, like, at least give me a heads up. Like, I don't care if you got another baby on the way, but don't blindside me with information at the table.
Yeah, like, you could have asked me first, like, girl, did you know Scrappy got a baby on the way? That's if you were my friend. The first thing you should do is see if I'm even aware before you just put it on the table for everybody to see. Because at the end of the day, he's still my ex-husband. Everything about him in the public, we're all in the public eye. Everybody gonna be looking at me like, girl, did you know? You know what I'm saying? So, but Carly don't care. Carly likes to have the tea. She likes to spill the tea at any and everybody's expense. So we are not surprised.
She don't care about nobody else. She's just trying to get her little moment.
Right. Yeah, and Spice just be popping in out of nowhere, like, girl, you're late to everything. She missed everything. She don't know what's going on.
Listen, Spice just planned that trip for them so that they could get out of her way. She ain't got time for none of them. Okay, she listen.
She out there to work for real.
Right, they out there just kicking it. She's out there to get a bag. Okay,
exactly.
And then honorable mention, the polo match.
Bambi, why would you go to these people polo match with your yitties out? Right. At least the shirt was gonna be buttoned and little 2 buttons at the bottom. No, it's wide open.
And then the masquerade mask glasses, like
the bird nose glasses.
Right, Batman glasses. It was giving Batman.
I'm like, did you know where you were going today? Did they tell you it was a polo match?
Right. Like, they got polo matches in the US. Like, you should know, or at least Google proper attire for polo matches, because y'all missed the
People
mark.
in their nice gowns and sundresses and
Scrappy looked like he was going to a picnic, child. Like,
he had a white tee on. I'm like, as they were walking out, I said they look very Atlanta. Like big old chains, white tee, like they look very ATL shoddy. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's get into this Beverly Hills tea. So, what came first? So, I think Kyle going to Bo's house came first before she actually revealed. So, Kyle goes to Bo's house, and I feel like, okay, so this is right after the argument at the, was it the Viper Room?
Yeah, the Viper Room.
Yeah, so the argument with Dorit after the Viper Room, and it was very much to me giving, I need to be friends with Bo's because I need to make sure that she don't really mess with Dorit like that. Like,
right.
I need to make sure.
I was gonna say
she's on my side.
Right, because I feel like going back to the Viper Room, I feel like everybody was confused as to why Kyle was not making the connection. Like, why don't you see that there's an issue with this? And so I think looking around the room, and she's like, dang, everybody kind of feels the same way. Bose is new. She's sliding in with Dorit. Like, what's going on? And shout out to Bose for bringing awareness to fibroids on the show. I like that she shared her story, and her new man seems so supportive and everything. Right. So I really liked that she shared that moment, and that, you know, the ladies were supporting her. At first, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I know Kyle ain't walking in her house without no flowers, but she had already sent the flowers.
And I ain't gonna hold you, her flowers did look better than Dorit's.
They like, absolutely look better than Dorit's.
Like a little mixture of flower and weed. It was definitely a budget bouquet.
Yes. Kyle's flowers were beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was doing damage control as well as, you know, coming to support her or whatever. But
I feel like Kyle also feels like, because usually when new people come on The Real Housewives, they kissing Kyle's butt, and Bose is not. Bose is getting to know people for who they are, and if I like you, I like you. If I don't, bye. Like I'm not pressed for friends, honey.
I love Bose's energy on the show. She's keeping it all the way real. I love the little moment with her and Garcelle, because they kind of gave each other the look like, girl, what is going on?
Right. The black girl energy, honey. The black
girl. Yes. That's what I thought about when they sat down together. I was like, I love that Garcelle has someone to kind of talk to now. Like, if, you know, Black people, we just see things differently sometimes. And just to have somebody to look across the room and be like, girl, it's comforting.
Yeah, Brand Bose was definitely brave for going on without no makeup on, but she got it together the next day. She had her glam. Listen, I be looking the same way without no makeup, so I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, listen, y'all didn't see me. Try to moisturize. I'm trying to do better.
But the big thing of the episode was really about the text to PK. So, you know, that's what the whole disruption at the Viper Room was about. I just feel like Kyle, I kept thinking to myself, like when her and Erica that were talking about, well, why don't you show the text? Who's talked about?
Yeah, her and Erica was like, why don't you just show the text? Dorit just wants you to show the text. But I know why she didn't show the text, because the text did not work out in her favor. Like, why would you send that type of text to PK unless y'all was talking about stuff behind Dorit's back? Like, I'll always have your back. I'm never gonna reveal what we was talking about. La la la. It's like, it's definitely giving not just memes.
No, because I was thinking about myself, like in that situation. Like, y'all let us know in the comments, if you was in that situation, would you be like, I'm not showing my phone, or would you just be like, girl, look, I don't even talk to him or nothing? Like,
if it's just memes, babe, look at it. I don't care. It's not that deep. And I wouldn't be so pressed to keep texting. Like, I can send memes to other people. Like, he's not my only friend. Like, come on, it's not that deep. But they actually have a friendship, and they actually talk about stuff that they don't want Dorit to know about. And that's why it's such an issue.
And I think Kyle is a little delusional about the depths of her and Dorit's relationship, because she keeps trying to play it down like, they weren't super close and like all these things. And I'm like, what? It keeps coming back. Like, okay, so what type of friendship did we really have? And so it's almost sounding like she doesn't feel like she should have any loyalty to her.
No. And I feel like I said last week, I just feel like Kyle is already done with the friendship. Like Kyle definitely gives once I feel like you cross me, because I don't feel like Dorit crossed her. But once I feel like you crossed me, it's no coming back. She did the same thing with Lisa Vanderpump. She did the same thing with Lisa Rinna. Now Dorit. Like,
yeah. So. And I think Bose was trying to kind of like bring that to her attention. Like, y'all have two different views of how y'all friendship was. And based upon how you feel about her, like you have a lot of close friends and things like that. So maybe because you have all these other super duper close friends, you didn't look at her the same way that she looked at you, or you didn't value the friendship the same way that she valued the friendship. But I think either way it goes, you don't have secrets with your friend's husband.
Right. And I mean, look, I completely understand Dorit as far as like, or I understand the situation that Bose was trying to bring to attention. Like, you have friends and you think that they're closer, like you're closer to them than they are to you. Like, I get it. Like, listen, Kendra got her own little married friend group. I be mad because I ain't married and I can't come to the married functions too. But listen, we have our little time too with the single friends. Even though she's not single, but she still comes. She's the winged woman now.
Right. And I think the difference is like, it doesn't mean that those friendships are more valuable or not. We all have different friend groups.
Right.
I think it is though too, with the difference in our friend group is over the years, all my friends from different places formed one group. But then I also have other friends outside of that group. But it seems as though like, well, someone is getting left out because one of the friends from our main group is also in the other group. So then I feel like, well, the other people are getting left out, but they were separate groups that were formed.
Yeah.
And so I think like with certain situations, if you don't have like say with Dorit, I don't know that she has a bigger friend group like Kyle does. Kyle has a lot of close friends. And also Dorit is not from here.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think that she's closer with Kyle than Kyle is with her, because she don't have friends out here like that. Kyle is her main friend
here. So she got childhood friends. She got friends from the industry. She has like a lot of really close friends. And so, we have seen Kyle push Dorit away. Like when she met that new girl, then she started pushing her to the side, not really talking about her stuff, her stuff. And I think why I was saying I feel like Kyle's a little bit delusional is because she was like, Dorit never talked to me about her relationship, and then they show the scene.
Right. Like
literally telling you, like,
and Bose calls her, she's like, Bose, she told me her business within 5 minutes. Like, there's no way that Dorit does not talk to you about her business. Like, girl. Like,
so either you're not listening,
right?
Yeah, you're not listening, you don't care, or you just forgot. I don't know. But I think maybe she might not have been as open about the ins and outs of the relationship with her husband, but the same thing Kyle didn't either. That was shady. Brand said, how do you feel about Sutton bringing up Kyle's infidelity?
I like Sutton. Let's stop tiptoeing around Kyle. Like, girl, you cannot talk about nobody. Like, y'all should relate. Okay, like Sutton, please. I'm so glad. And I'm happy that Garcelle mentioned if you want to be a lesbian, just be a lesbian. Like,
yes, I feel like that was okay because that's something that has never been talked about. Kyle, whatever was talked about before, they did skate around it. But it was never nothing. I think it was never nothing that was like proven or came out or anything like that.
But Kyle talked about it. She said that in the clip, they showed that she said that she lost her trust with Mauricio. Like, why? What other reason would you have to lose your trust? And if it wasn't infidelity, why wouldn't you just say that? Like, she never said whether or not it was infidelity. So it's like, that's the only thing that we could draw a conclusion upon that would make us think, oh, he must have cheated. Like,
Yeah.
So
my whole thing was like, I don't know. To me, it's a fine line between, I can never tell who is really friends with who. Because
well, no, it's definitely giving. I'm friends because you popping.
Because I thought Kyle and Sutton was supposed to be close, so I wouldn't bring that up. Like, I don't feel like Erica would have sat there and just brought that up out of nowhere, because her and Kyle are close. So with Sutton, I feel like she don't, and I think she said oops afterwards or something. Was that her that said oops?
Yeah, because Garcelle was like, that's what you think and you don't say out loud.
Yeah, exactly. And so because it's like, at the end of the day, we are on the show and we should be talking about these things. But then if we're friends in real life, like, girl, why would you do that?
I get it, but like the thing that, so this is why I say I agree with Sutton, or I feel like Sutton was okay for saying it, is because Kyle, she be dishing people's dirt too. Like, I feel like Kyle, she'll say somebody else's dirt so that you don't speak on hers. So yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. With a friend, I don't know.
But I don't like.
She didn't disagree. It wasn't cool.
But I don't think her and Sutton have been really friends like that anyways, because last year she was trying to call her out with Mauricio. And then even on
they seem to be close. Like, every, little gathering, they seem to be with each other. I don't know.
I feel like because Kyle feels like she's on an island. Like, she's trying to grasp her friends. Like, Erica is in the middle, so she can't really say Erica is her one friend. Like, because any other season, when has Kyle ever kicked it with Garcelle and Sutton this much? Like, she's just trying to find a friend.
She was friends with Sutton. Her and Sutton had that mix up because she was Sutton was acting weird last season. Let's not act like she.
No, I agree.
She was off her rocker, and I think Kyle was confused by her behavior because they were friends. Mm-hmm. It's like the same, and Sutton is doing the exact same thing. It's like, we cool. I'm thinking we cool. We having lunch together. We going here together. We hanging out. And then you putting on my airing on my dirty laundry on the table. It's like, are we cool? Or are we not cool? So I think that's where Kyle and Sutton's relationship is always so rocky, because Sutton slips things out that she's thinking, like Garcelle said. And then she forgets, like, girl, that's your friend. You ain't supposed to be blasting her.
But so I also get Sutton too, because I'm like, I feel like Sutton just wants an authentic friendship. Like, I feel like, granted, like, so for like, as far as me and you, like, I would never, like, so I would not say that in a group setting, but like, I would definitely.
That's my only point. That's my only point.
Right. But I think that she felt comfortable because Garcelle and Sutton, I mean, are close. So I don't think she thought it would be a big deal to say. I don't know. But like, I just feel like an authentic friendship, you should be able to just be like, hey girl, but remember, but no, I get it. Yeah. True.
It's also, that's why I was saying, like, I think it's a difference if you're doing it for the show, like, to make the show better, we got to bring out all the tea, and we not real friends in real life.
Right. Like, I don't think they're friends in real life, honestly. I think this is definitely a show shit.
I don't follow them, so I wouldn't know if they really hang out. But I thought that they was friends for real, because they have a lot of the friends that's in the same circle, and they, I thought they was real friends. So if they're not real friends, it makes sense.
I feel like her and Kathy are probably more like friends outside of the show, but I think Kyle and Sutton are just friends for the show. Because I never see pictures of Kyle and Sutton together.
Okay, yeah, then that would make way more sense, because they don't have a real friendship. So she just bring it out. Erica we saw them go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I feel like they played my girl though. I feel like it was cute, but y'all played my girl because she didn't really want no Chuck E. Cheese.
I feel like they should have took her to Chuck E. Cheese and then took her out for real.
Right.
Like, as Chuck E. Cheese as a joke. Okay, let's get back in the car.
Right. I mean, they made the best out of it, but it was definitely a joke.
As soon as they pulled up to that strip mall, I knew they were at Chuck E. Cheese. I said, why are they at a strip mall?
And now when Erica called it Middle Valley, like, I thought it was going to dinner, not the Middle Valley. Like, I've never heard the valley referred to as, or parts of the valley referred to as Middle Valley. Like
the hood.
Well, let's get to Rhony, because I feel like between Rhony and Salt Lake, they had the most drama this week. Like, Beverly Hills was cool, but like, it got crazy on Rhony, and it definitely got crazy on Salt Lake.
Yes.
So it started off with the beach thing. They ended on the beach. Uber still talking about the beach is terrible. I feel like I got scammed, and look.
She couldn't.
Uba.
I'm like, Uba, zip it. She just kept saying, well, this is just who I am. I don't like people do that.
Right. And I'm not being rude. Like, girl, you're literally insulting this girl's beach who she said she came here her whole childhood and has so many memories, and you just keep dogging it. Like, you are being rude at this point. Like,
the rudest. It's like, girl, what do you know what the definition of rude is? Just because you didn't I don't know how you could say something like that though and not mean to be rude. Like there's some stuff that you keep to yourself, or maybe you whisper it to your friend, but to just keep, and she kept saying it.
Right. And then she feels like her and Sai are ganging up on her because they're Puerto Rican. It's like, it don't have nothing to do with that. Like, you were being rude. Sai is being a good right. Sai's being a good friend and trying to tell you, look, you was out of pocket. It don't got nothing to do with me being Puerto Rican. You out of pocket, you are being rude, and you need to consider her feelings. But Sai, she just so like into herself. I feel like she don't care about what nobody else feels. It only matters. Her point is the only point that matters.
Right. I agree. And I think Uba, and even with her saying like, I would have said this about my own country, and it's just like, girl, that doesn't make it okay.
Right. Because you know that your country is struggling and you still gonna dog it out. Like, come on.
It absolutely would never make that okay. But I don't know. I feel like Uba definitely need to work on herself. I don't know if she's feeling herself even more because of who her man is, because she keeps talking about how rich she is, and like she, you know, she just seems very like, and I feel like
she's definitely different this season. Definitely.
I was trying to jog my memory. Like, was she this boisterous and like
no
before?
But honestly, for me, when I saw that her boyfriend is a fiance, it just made all the sense. So first of all, it made sense why she's acting the way she acting, talking about how rich she is. And it made sense to me why Bryn is coming for her so hard, because I definitely feel like Bryn is jealous. Because remember, Bryn is the one who revealed who her boyfriend was and all of this stuff. And I just feel like Bryn is mad because she didn't get the billionaire first. And that's why she keep nitpicking. Because like, I could think, if I was dating a billionaire, I would imagine that he wouldn't want me to be on TV acting a fool, because it's a reflection of him, which is probably why she didn't want nobody to know who he was in the first place. So Bryn gonna keep bringing her out of character so that he could be like, nah, I can't deal.
Yeah. Bryn definitely wants to ruin it for her. I feel like Bryn wants to ruin everybody's relationships. I, for the life of me, cannot understand this woman.
No, I think she needs to go. Recast that. She don't even bring nothing to the show. Like, girl, that literally her whole storyline this year has been her piggybacking off of somebody else's storyline. Yes. Like, she has nothing of herself. Like,
right. So we have Erin. Now, of course, Erin never takes responsibility for what she does. Erin talks mess and then she forgets.
Right. I hate her. I don't want to say I hate her. I hate that she does that.
Yeah. She literally talks crap about everybody. It doesn't matter who it is, whatever circle she's in, she'll sit in that circle, she'll agree with you, she'll laugh, she'll kiki. Then she go right to that person and tell what she said and act like she was mum's the word, or she defended you, or she did. Girl,
the fact that she said that she was defending Jessel is laughable. Like, girl, you was literally there kikiing and adding to the conversation the whole time too. Like, be for real.
That's what I'm like. Do you forget that this is on TV?
And then but the fact that she said, you gonna watch these video backs and see that I'm right. No, she's gonna watch the video back and see you was talking just as much crap as everybody else. Like,
that's what it is though about people that talk too much. When you talk too much, you don't even know what you're saying. You have to sit back and listen sometimes, observe, and see what's going on.
Right. And then the group sex thing, the group phone sex call, like, I'm not doing that to my man. I don't care. Do it to your man if that's what you choose to do, but I'm not doing it. Like, why would you set him up like that? And that's that's a private moment that y'all have. Like, why does it need to be in front of the group? Like, what are you trying to prove? And that's another like Bryn thing. Like, girl, do people on your Raya or wherever, like, you are not in a committed marriage. Like, you do that and play with other people that don't really matter in your life, but this is my husband. Like, I care about.
But Erin allows it.
She does.
Erin allows it. Erin doesn't. take her marriage seriously, so Brynn doesn't take her marriage seriously. This is not the first time she's embarrassed her husband. She's done showed these women his private parts.
Mm-hmm.
She jokes about Brynn flirting with him. Like, she is just, I feel like she needs to honor and respect her marriage more, and then other people will do the same. But I don't think she cares, because like she was like, it's not a big deal. Like, it was just a joke. Why are you joking about that?
And then Abe acting like they swingers, like that. I mean, swingers, like that threw me off too. Like, talking about.
Well, I think they said that they have done that before.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think
I thought that was Rebecca and her man.
I could be wrong, but I thought he said that they've done that before, but I don't know. But it would make sense as to why she doesn't care. There's absolutely no way I would do that.
Do you think Uba overreacted though? Like,
she overreacted. She completely overreacted, and I think she did it because she don't like Brynn. Aaron gets on her nerves. It was disrespectful, but at the end of the day, like Sai kept saying, Sai was like, "Girl, this her marriage. If she want to do that to her man, let her do that." Like,
right? Because Sai show wasn't gonna do it with her,
right? Absolutely not. But my question is, why does Sai have condoms?
I don't know. I didn't get that either, but it was good. It definitely was a good barrier for the sand.
It was definitely a good barrier. I think she should have been more specific about her putting the condoms in her bag because of this. Because you are a married woman. Why do you have condoms in your purse?
Exactly. The math is not mathing at all.
It wasn't mathing unless that's her and her husband's form of birth control. It does not make sense.
But he's not on the trip, so you don't even need to take that on the trip.
But like, it could have been in her purse from her last vacation with him, or you know what I'm saying? If that's their form of birth control, that's the only reason why that makes sense. Because you take a vacation purse with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it did not happen.
Right. And then okay, so Brynn buying the bushes for the synchronized swimming, like, can we get away from homegirl and her bush? Like,
I don't want the visual of that.
Right. We don't need to know about her wolf puss. Like, that's her business. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to see it. Yeah.
And just like a typical Brynn thing, it fell flat because she wasn't even like, I don't think she got the reaction she was looking for. Girl, you wasted your money on your prime, because she was just like, oh, it's not even like that. It's more soft.
Aaron had me cracking up though, because Aaron wanted her to see it so bad. She just kept adjusting it, kept like, it's like, girl, she can't even see. She don't know what's going on.
Right. Girl, well, I'll wait till we get to it, because I was gonna say,
what?
I think they was blowing up them text messages to read the text messages at the dinner on Salt Lake. Lisa, why do you have it that big? And then she was reading it like a fifth grader because it was so big she had to keep moving the screen over to see all.
Okay, let's finish up Rhony.
Okay.
So they have a big blow up because Brynn is upset with Aaron about her not defending her and her not standing up for her. She's basically like, remember we said if somebody comes for each other, we're going to have each other's back, and you walked away and da 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 da.
Right.
So do we think Brynn's feelings are valid?
Listen, if you gonna start mess every day, like, you got to be ready to stand on your own. Like, I get it if people are just coming at you for no reason, but baby, you are searching, looking for,
you're begging for the confrontation.
Right. Like, listen, I'm not trying to be in that. I don't want to be in that type of mix. Like, I get it, babe. If people are unjustly coming for you, absolutely, I'm gonna stand up for you 10 toes down. But if you looking for the smoke, you got to be able to put out your own fire. Yeah.
That's what I don't understand about Brynn. Brynn will literally go around the table.
Right.
And as soon as somebody turns it back around on her, she's like, oh my God, you crossed the line. You crossed.
Right. Right. Like, girl, you literally picked on Uba that whole night, and you mad because she said you slept your way to the top. And like, honestly, I don't not believe Uba. Like,
because we're still trying to figure out what you do for a living. Right.
And you're very not interesting on this show. So, babe, how did you get your apple? Because it's not making sense.
And we're not saying anything about you. We're just saying you could clarify a little bit.
Right. Tell us.
Show us a little bit more into your real life of what you got going on. Because all we know is that about her family stuff. We know nothing about your day-to-day. We don't know what businesses you got going on. I believe she talked a little bit about philanthropy work or something like that. But other than that, we don't know nothing about you.
Right. So y'all, I'm so happy my baby is sleeping on her bed. I got it Wednesday and she just decided to lay on it. I'm sorry. Side note.
Before we got on here, she was trying to get her to get on that bed. So
yay, Sophie.
It's an achievement.
That's why I don't know if y'all heard a click. I was marking that she did a good job because we over here. We still training, okay?
Okay, let's move on to Salt Lake.
Yes, girl. Okay, so the Lisa lunch was off the chain. So Heather arranges this lunch where everybody dresses up like Lisa, which meant they wear a brown wig. Like, let's be for real. Nobody actually looked like Lisa
at all. I thought it was funny though, because when they came in with their wigs, I said, "Oh, I hope they fight," because people fighting in wigs is hilarious to me.
Right. Well, I feel like Lisa was really gonna try to fight fight Whitney, because she jumped up across that table, take that wig off. Yeah. I said, "Oh, it's going down at the Lisa lunch."
Yeah, she said, "You will not." And Whitney knew what she was doing, because Whitney went into the lunch saying she do not want to dress up like Lisa. She don't want to be nothing like Lisa. So she had to come with the shady comment about the tag hanging out in the back because you returned stuff.
I ain't mad though. That was a kiss ass brunch. I needed somebody to be for real. Okay. Y'all do not all like Lisa. Okay.
At all. Okay. I was like, why are you doing this? Is it her birthday? I was confused.
Because I guess they were supposed to be happy that she organized a trip for her. But listen, let's be for real. Production paid for this trip. Like, she just told them where she wanted to go. Like,
and as long as they had the tequila, then she was gonna be in the room.
Right. Well, at least we didn't have to hear about mezcal, whatever Aaron's mezcal is.
I
know. No, but Brittany, of course, she got to be annoying. Lisa, she's ever since I've known her, the 2 days that she's known her, she's not been nothing but loyal. Like, I don't know why you guys are saying this, and it's like, girl,
please. Have you met her?
Right. Please root through. We've known her for 5 seasons. You knew her for a week. Like, sit down. Okay.
And she showed her tail at the next dinner.
Listen.
So the Lisa brunch was a mess. Then we go to the round table dinner.
And wait, so do y'all watch? Put in the comments. Do y'all watch on, like, when it comes on live, or do y'all watch on Peacock? Because I watch both ways, and I just want to say, I watch on Peacock, and Lisa has a potty mouth. Every other word is F-bomb. Like, on Peacock, they show uncut, so you get to see all the stuff. I never watch it like that. I usually watch it that night on the show, and like, I wasn't ready. Like,
to watch it on the Peacock.
Right. See what she really all the F-bombs, like, they show scenes on Peacock they didn't show on regular TV. Like, that whole like horseback riding thing was like extended. Like, you got to see why Mary was really mad. Like, she explained it to the girls on the actual beach. So like, I guess she felt like when she went to the dinner, like, they was really gonna understand and have her back. But yeah, it was crazy because, like, I feel like on the actual episode that night, it literally just went from the Lisa dinner. They showed what they was going to do, and then they went to that next dinner. But on Peacock, it shows them at the ceviche class. It shows them on the beach doing the horseback.
Oh, yeah, we missed all of that.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to go watch that.
Yeah. More teams on Peacock. Right. I'm like, should I go wait until the next day? Because, you know. Way more stuff.
So how do y'all feel about Heather's bringing up this idea to expose everything? Was it to be messy, or was it to really put stuff on the table? Like, because she was like, at the end, she was just like, oh, I didn't intend for it to go that way. I'm like, how could it not?
So I don't see how it wouldn't have gone that way based on the group of people, but I do think that she had good intentions. Like,
it was a good idea, though.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to put it all out there. Like, girl, we over here fighting against the blogs, and we are biggest enemies. Like, we talk mess about each other. Like, we can't expect for the blog to display us in a good light when we don't even think good about each other.
That was facts. She was preaching literally when I was watching it. I was sitting there just like everybody else, quiet. Preach,
right. I completely agree, but the girls in the group are not mature enough. I mean, they are old enough, but they are not mature enough. They don't have enough accountability, and they can't think retrospectively. So you tell them stuff, and they can't look outside of themselves and say, hey, well, why would she think that of me? Or, how can I change that perspective? They just are, everything is an attack. And that's why that went the way that went,
Right. I feel like Heather, I feel like everybody pretty much handled it well, except for Lisa, clearly. But
and Meredith. That's why Meredith didn't even show her phone.
Yeah.
Meredith purposely overreacted so she would not have to show her phone. Because Meredith probably got the worst thing said about anybody in her phone.
Like, and I think
go ahead.
I was gonna say Brittany for sure was lying.
Mm-hmm.
What she put out was just BS. She for sure was lying. Girl, you trying to record this to send it to somebody. I know you're talking trash about everybody at this table.
Right.
And Angie's had my mouth on the floor.
Listen, it's not what Brittany said, the same thing that Angie said. That's why I don't know why Brittany came in with that lame thing, because she literally told what's her name? The girl who Angie wrote about. I can't think of her name right now.
Bronwyn.
Yeah, she literally told Bronwyn at that dinner in Milwaukee that you are using him for his money. Like, you don't really right. So it wasn't a secret. Like, that's why I don't understand why Bronwyn was so hurt. Maybe, I don't know, she felt like she was closer with Angie than that. Well, I don't know.
Because not even just only about that, but Angie went in on her. She went in on her parents. She went in on her marriage, her career, everything. Like, she need to pin her ears back. Angie went.
That's why we like facts, though. Bronwyn don't listen. It was facts. Like, Brett, I don't think Angie was lying.
I have to agree, but I was just like, whoa! I was not expecting that, because everybody else's like thing was like, okay, yeah, it cut, but Angie's was like a list. It was just this, and I'm like,
Angie told the truth. But so listen, Mary's, I feel like Mary's came off more with love, but Mary read the fuck out of Heather too.
She read her. But I was like, did she write this? Was it a letter? Because the way Mary's read was as though she was journaling or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It could have been.
But you could tell Mary was really coming from a place of hurt, because I feel like she really thought that she had a relationship with Heather. And I think that's the difference between Heather and Bronwyn. Heather is just, I mean, Bronwyn is and Angie are just meeting. Sorry, I meant to say Heather and Bronwyn. I meant Angie and Bronwyn. Like, Angie and Bronwyn are just meeting and trying to form a relationship. Heather and Mary have known each other for years. And I feel like that's why Mary's message came out more with compassion and like a sense of hurt, and not like hate. Like, hers was like, I'm fed up. This is what I think about her. She don't listen. She just using her man. She ain't got no career. Like, yeah. She read her for Phil.
And Lisa's, I was just like, girl, it wasn't even that bad. Bronwyn's was way worse than yours.
Well, I feel like Lisa's was bad. Lisa felt like it was bad because every single other person, it was about them. Lisa's was about, it involved her husband too. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Bronwyn's too. Bronwyn's did involve her husband, but it wasn't about like infidelity or something that people didn't see. Like Bronwyn's, it was something people had already kind of mentioned. And like Lisa's, it was like attacking like the sanctity of their marriage, you know, like you calling them a swinger. Yeah. And like, that's not the image that she portrays. Like, she ain't Mia. She ain't out here talking about they be out here messing with other people.
But I feel like Lisa sound like a hit dog hollering.
Yeah.
She would have did a lot better for herself if she would have stayed composed and said, well, that's simply not true.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that you would even entertain a conversation like that, but we all know that's not true. Let's move on.
Well, I think also too, I think it's because of Whitney. Whitney been coming for her and her husband all season.
Oh, yeah.
So Lisa is fed up. Like, stop coming for my husband. Yeah.
But that's why Whitney said, I know I've been coming for your marriage a lot, and that's why I chose this, because I want to burn that. I want to stop talking about your marriage. I don't believe these things are true, and I think that I need to fess up to it and stop doing it because it's stupid.
Yeah,
she didn't care, and I mean that's why I say hit dog hollering, because had it been me in a situation, I'd have been like, yeah, you're trash for saying that, but I know it's not true. But when you big and you mad and you doing all this and that, it's just like, okay, girl, well, we're all sitting here at the table,
right?
Stuff on the table, everybody talking mess about everybody, and you're the only one having this big explosive reaction. Like you are the only one who nobody can say nothing about. Like everybody done talk mess about everybody, and that was Heather's point. She was like, "You missed it."
But they completely missed Meredith. Nobody said, did somebody say a message to Meredith? I don't think anybody said a message to Meredith. She didn't read her text messages, nothing.
She was supposed to go after Lisa, but Lisa blew everything up so bad.
But Meredith still could have done it because everybody else stayed at the table except for Lisa. Like Meredith secretly like went under the radar and purposely did not do anything.
Did she walk away with Lisa?
Yeah, so I feel like she did it because she didn't want to reveal what was on her phone. Because at the beginning of the dinner, she was like, "Oh, I'm not doing this." When they were talking about read your text messages, but also at this dinner, I just want to say I love Angie and Mary's friendship, because the fact that Mary was like ready to let it go and they were able to really just sit and hear each other out and like really get to the root of what the issue was and come back together. I think that was beautiful. Like it was so
a beautiful moment. I was like literally like tearing up. I was like, this is such a beautiful moment because you can see the genuineness in their friendship. I love that everybody gave them the space to have the conversation and did not interrupt.
And there was no egos. Like they literally spoke from their heart. Like,
and they were able to hear each other. I love that they heard each other's heart, like genuinely, and that nobody held that grudge and like literally left on the table. They love each other. Mary's right there having her back when the whole thing got flipped on Angie, where it's just like, how did this get flipped on her?
Right. It was Whitney's text message, but Lisa kept coming for Angie. It's like, but I guess because Whitney wrote the text to Angie, so that's why Lisa was so pissed. I guess maybe because Angie didn't say, well, that's not true about them and da-da-da-da, but it's like, girl,
we don't know if she did or didn't.
Well, we don't. I don't know what Angie's response was, but
and so and that was not what the exercise was about, because nobody got mad at anybody else for who they sent the message to. Now, Whitney didn't even have to say, I sent this to Angie. She could have left that part out, but other people did the same thing. Like, this message was to blah, blah, blah. Right. But I feel like Lisa just used that as an opportunity to flip it and not make it about her marriage and make it about somebody else's marriage. And I think that was her goal, and she achieved it because she kept saying it. Well, why is it okay when it's mine? It's like, that's not what this was about.
Yeah. Yeah, that dinner was crazy. Listen, I can't wait for next week on the reunion because
I was like, oh, it's ending like this? Okay.
Yeah, they better bring it. 3 episodes, they better bring it, because I feel like the last couple reunions from Salt Lake, like we think it's gonna be so crazy, and it just be like whatever. Right. So please bring it. And New York. I mean, because listen, the half of the season was terrible. Y'all finally just warming up. Y'all already then, like on the first episode, acted like this reunion was gonna be so crazy because y'all showed the reunion the first episode. So like, come on, please keep the energy. Like, but I feel like because Uba is who she is, she probably still gonna be salty at the reunion. So it might be a little crazy at.
Uba is a grudge holder. She is a grudge holder.
Yes.
So, yeah.
A snapping turtle. She wants to talk about pigeons, but she's a snapping turtle. She can't let it go.
And why does she sit like that with her legs wide open? I'm like, girl, close your legs. She was all at the beach like.
Close your legs to married men.
What do you think? Side note, before we get off, what do you think about Sierra Glam Shop and Nene Leakes doing a podcast together?
So I don't know, like, I think that it could be good, but I don't understand their friendship. Like, they're 2 different generations. They're not from the same shows. Like, I I don't know. I don't really understand the friendship. I think it could be good because they like on both of their like shows, they are like big personalities. Mm-hmm. So it could be great, but I don't know how they connect. I would have to watch an episode.
Even in the clip that I saw, the chemistry for me was not there. Like the on-camera chemistry was not. I could, we got to give it a chance. But in that first little clip, I feel like Sierra was like, "Oh my God," at the wrong time. Like it wasn't even an "Oh my God" moment. It was like trying to kind of like put on.
Yeah.
We can talk about Traitors. I didn't watch yesterday's episode, but
I watched it.
I didn't have much to say because I didn't see it yet. But I don't care. You can spoil it for me. So what happened?
Well, I watched, but I'm not a strategic person. I just thought it was juicy because all the drama. So like, they did the little coffin thing. It was like the nail biter thing. The girl was waiting by the door to try to see who comes out. But I feel like she was wrong because like, so she saw who came out, or she heard who she thought came out. But at the round table, she doesn't push for, I'm not going to do spoil. I'm not going to do a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you who she thinks, but she didn't push for the person at the round table when they were doing the elimination. She didn't push for her to be eliminated. She's like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want them to come for me," and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, girl, if you know that she was in the closet, why not come for her? Like, that's the proof. Everybody was talking about how the traitors had to be congregating in front of everybody. So that was your moment. Like, that was when you could have got her out. You could have got everybody behind you, but she didn't do it. And then, right. And then on this episode, like, the traitors actually flip on each other because one of the traitors is like, "Oh, well, I feel like a new person is gonna I kind of am spoiling it right now. Sorry, spoiler." So one of them was like, "I feel like one of the new people are a traitor." And then of course the new person that's a traitor is like, "Oh, so you're trying to put me on blast?" And they start coming for that person and bring up their name at the round table. And it's like, "This person is a traitor. You need to vote for this person." Calls him out by name and everything. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, girl, it gets juicy. And of course, Robin is sitting there stupid, not picking the right person.
Yeah, like, because they think everything is a game. So it's like, oh, are they trying to throw you off? Or like,
yeah, because the three caskets, they think that one of the traitors were in the casket, which they're wrong. But of course, they come for somebody that was in the casket thinking that they're a traitor. So I didn't get to see who got eliminated because we started the show. But yeah, so far it's a good episode. Yeah, it's a good episode for sure. We'll go more into detail on Sunday when we actually fully watch the episode.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. But thank you guys so much for those who joined us live. Thank you guys so much. We got a few people popping in and out of the live, so we appreciate you guys for coming, even though we didn't announce or anything. It was a surprise.
Right.
And if you are watching the playback, please let us know in the comments what you guys think about the episode. Are you guys watching Traitors? Are you guys watching the shows that we're reviewing?
And we didn't hear back from y'all about Married at First Sight. I promise y'all, it's good. I promise.
I was watching clips on TikTok last night because I still don't have a way to watch it. I'm working on a way to watch it.
Brand, we love you.
We appreciate you for doing your live. And there are others here, they're just not commenting.
Right.
But we thank you guys so much. Yes, those that are watching. I think I can click right here and see. I know I can't see no more. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. The next episode will air on Tuesday. So make sure you guys are tuning in every week to see us. And please, like she said, leave us comments so we can talk to you guys about the shows. We want to talk to y'all too.
Right. And we want to know what y'all watching. Like if we talking about stuff that y'all don't care about, let us know. Because we are here for y'all, okay? Like we like our shows too. We could talk about our shows that we like on the phone, but we trying to connect with y'all.
Right.
So let us know. And let us know if y'all watching Baddies, because Baddies is getting crazy. We can talk about that too. we tune in to Zeus too.
Right. All right, so bye guys. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Make sure y'all wear y'all black on Monday. It's a sad day. Inauguration day.
Yeah. Oh, I will talk about it. Bye.
Bye.